Good morning, children. Welcome to our video lecture. Today, we are going to continue with our geography, lesson 9, agriculture. We have already studied this lesson in our two videos. In our first video, we have studied about animal husbandry and covered the topics like dairy farming, sheep and goat rearing, poultry, sericulture and pisciculture. Also, we have studied about nursery. In our second video, we have studied about intensive farming and shifting cultivation. This is our third video of lesson agriculture, and today we are going to study about commercial farming. Now children, what do you mean by commercial farming? Commercial means the crops which are grown for the purpose of earning money. So, the cultivation which is done in order to earn money, that is known as commercial farming. So, let's see. Extensive grain farming and plantation agriculture are the two major types covered under commercial farming. Extensive grain farming. Farm size is greater than 200 hectares. So, the size of the farmland is quite big. Due to large farm size and sparse population, sparse is very less population in the region, this type of farming is carried out with the help of machines like tractors and crushers. Pesticides are sprayed with the help of helicopters or planes. So children, as the size of the farmland is very big and the number of the worker is very less, so the use of machinery has to be made for different purposes in this type of extensive farming. Monocrop, that is a single type of crop cultivation, is the striking characteristics of this type of farming. So, in entire area, only one type of crop is been cultivated. The crops are wheat or corn. Besides this, barley, oats, soya bean are also cultivated to some extent. In your textbook, you can see page number 56, there is a picture where you can see a large land area is been cultivated and it is showing you all the mechanization or the machinery used for extensive farming. Heavy capital investment is necessary for this type of farming. Capital is money, so lots of money is required for this type of farming as they has to make use of machinery for different purpose. Since huge expenditure are needed for the purchase of machinery, fertilizers, pesticides, go down, transport cost, etc. So, as already I had explained, lots of money investment is required because they have to make use of machine, fertilizers, pesticides, big godowns to store and keep the grains, transportation purpose and many more things. The problem in extensive grain farming are droughts, that is no rainfall or less amount of water, attacked by pest. Sometimes some insects, they are attacking the grains, locust, etc., and market fluctuation. Market fluctuation means increase or the decrease into the rate of the grains. This type of farming is carried out in the temperate grassland region. The next type of farming we are going to study is plantation farming. Farm size in the plantation agriculture is 40 hectares or above. As plantation agriculture is practiced in hilly tracts, that is in hilly areas, use of machine is not possible and hence local manpower becomes important. So as the plantation agriculture is practiced in hilly areas, machines cannot be used on the hilly land and thus the local people, they work in this area. The crop for which the geographical conditions are favorable is planted. This is a single crop cultivation practice too. So usually here the farmers or the cultivators, what they do, the climate, geographical climate, whichever geographical climate is suitable in that particular area, accordingly they choose the crop and they cultivate the crop. This type of agriculture does not produce food grains. Only commercial crops like tea, rubber, coffee, coconut, cocoa, spices, etc. are planted. So mostly in plantation farming, they are not cultivating the food crops or the food grains like wheat, rice, jawar, all these grains are not cultivated, but they are just trying to cultivate the commercial crops, the crops which are making more money like tea, rubber, coffee, coconut, cocoa, spices, etc. So these crops are in demand all over the world and thus they are making more money or they are more profitable. That is why they are called as commercial crops. This type of farming began and spread mostly during the colonial period. That is, colonial period means when the British people had come to India or when the foreign rulers were ruling over the countries in Asia. Okay, so this type of farming began in the time mostly in colonial period. It is practiced in the tropics. This type of farming requires large-scale capital investment due to the long duration of crops. So here also in plantation farming, more money investment is required for the long duration of crops. The crops are cultivated and the trees are long-lasting trees. So more money is been required to take care of those trees. Use of scientific methods. The farmers, the cultivators, they have to make use of scientific methods to preserve these crops. Exportable production. It is exportable. It has been, as I said, it is in demand all over the world and thus even if it is cultivated in India, it is transported or exported to many foreign countries. Processing has to be done. For example, you know tree plantation. You must have seen somewhere the trees of tea. They are collecting the leaves. Later on, the processing is been done and we get a fine powder in your house. Maybe You must have seen when your mummy is bringing tea powder. It is not the leaves, but it is a fine powder which has been used to make the tea or even coffee. So the processing, it has been done with the help of machine. So all these things, it requires machineries and of course lots of money investment. Climate, manpower, deterioration of environment. Deterioration means degradation, cutting down of environment, plants, or the disturbance of the climate. You all know nowadays, even if we follow 3 seasons in a year, rainy, summer and winter, but nowadays you all must be knowing that any time it rains, even if it is summer, even if it is winter, all of a sudden it starts raining. So that is all the changes in the climate, in the environment. Economic and managerial problems are the major issues faced by this type of agriculture. So even if they are money making product, or even if it is a commercial crops, and even if they are in lots of demand throughout the world, but even the cultivators, they have to face some problems like climate, manpower, labors are not available, deterioration of the environment, as I said, the change into the climate, economic, money, and the managerial problems, some management problems, all these are faced by this type of agriculture. This type of agriculture is practiced in India and other South Asian countries, Africa, South and Central America, etc. So, plantation farming has been carried out in India and also in other South Asian countries, Africa, South and Central America. Now let's move towards our next topic, that is market gardening. Market gardening is a type of cultivation developed in modern times. This has developed mainly as a result of urbanization and the ready markets available in the urban centers. So as we know that the market gardening, it has developed or it has increased because of the urbanization. Urban population is increasing and the ready markets which are available in urban areas. Farmers cultivate vegetables and other items in the vicinity of urban centers to cater to the demands of the city dwellers. So farmers, what they do, they cultivate vegetables and other items in the vicinity. Vicinity is in the close by area of urban centers. So usually earlier cultivation was carried on in the rural areas, but nowadays it takes a long time for the transportation purpose from rural area to urban area. That is why nowadays farmers, what they do, wherever near the urban area they get the place, they are cultivating some vegetables so that it becomes easy for them to transport in the urban market. To cater means to fulfill the demand of the city dwellers. So the people who are living in the city, in order to fulfill their demand, this type of cultivation, that is market gardening, is been started. This type of cultivation works on a principle of economics, demand and supply. So this type of cultivation, it works on the principle, or it is mostly related to the money, and it is also based on demand and supply. How much is the need, how much is the requirement, accordingly the cultivation has been done and accordingly it has been supplied in the market. The land holding is small, the area where the cultivation is done, it's small. Use of irrigation, organic and chemical fertilizers, low investment, use of manpower, demand of markets, use of science and technology, etc., are the characteristics of market gardening. So they had given here use of irrigation, that is, water is being provided with the help of some pumps, organic and chemical fertilizers, some organic manures or chemical fertilizers, low investment in a small area, so mostly the machine is not being used, use of manpower, laborers are working here, demand of market, use of science and technology. All these things are very important in this market gardening. It is dependent on good transport network. The quality and the price of the product is determined by rapid transport. So the quality and the price of the product, whatever the cultivation has been done, it is determined or it is based on the rapid transport. How much fresh the product is, that much good price it is going to get. If the product is not fresh, then it is going to get less price. So accordingly they had given here the quality and the price. The good quality product, fresh product, it will get more price. Hence this type of farming is also known as truck farming. So this is also given the name as truck farming because, as I said, the more it is fresh, the more it is in demand and more price is paid for that. So it needs to be cultivated in the close by area of urban market, and it needs to be supplied or transported in very short time period. The next topic in commercial farming we are going to study is horticulture or floriculture. Horticulture means cultivation of fruits and floriculture is cultivation of flowers. Cultivation of flowers and fruits is a subtype of market gardening. Fruits and flowers are major products of this type of farming. In this type of farming, modern as well as traditional methods are used. The size of farm is small and every plant is cared for properly. So whether it is fruit farming, that is horticulture, or whether it is flower farming or floriculture, the gardening is done with lots of care. Fruits and flowers are the major product in this type of farming. They are the only important product in horticulture and floriculture. In this type, the modern as well as traditional methods are used. So in the urban areas, people use modern methods like maybe pesticides or spreading of pesticides, or maybe supply of water is done with some new technology. But in the rural areas, it has been done with some traditional method, age-old method. This size of farm is small and every plant is cared for properly. So even if in this particular farming, the land is small, the land under cultivation is small, but every plant is taken proper care. In recent times, use of irrigation, chemical fertilizers, greenhouse, etc. is being made for getting more profit. So in recent time, use of irrigation, more supply of water, chemical fertilizers, greenhouse. I think I had explained you all what is greenhouse. They are planting the trees and from outside they are covering the entire farmland with the green color plastic sheets, and the required climate is been made artificially, is been made ready inside this greenhouse. So all these things are done for getting more profit, more fruits and more flowers. Major products of horticulture are flowers like lily, zerbera, tulip, dahlia, carnathium, marigold, etc. So the major types or the flowers which are more in demand in the market, they are lily, zerbera. Zerbera is a one type of flower which you get in the market. Usually it is white, pink, red, yellow color, you get it. Tulip, dahlia, carnathium, marigold, etc. These are different types of flowers. These fetch a good price in the market. So as I said, these flowers are in demand in the market, and obviously they get a good price in the market. Different native and exotic fruits like mangoes, custard apples, grapes, bananas, pomegranates, dragon fruits, cherries, oranges, raspberries, strawberries, mulberries, etc. are cultivated in fruit farming. So as we know, some type of native and exotic fruits. All these fruits, they are grown in different areas and they are brought, or even if they are grown in India, they are exported to the other countries. At the places like Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani, Pune, Nagpur, Jalgaon, Nasik, etc. Countries having Mediterranean climate, France and Italy are famous for horticulture. So, the countries which are having Mediterranean climate, or France and Italy, where the climate is suitable for the cultivation of fruits, so they are famous for fruits cultivation or horticulture. You can see here picture 9.10 shows us the cultivation of pomegranate. So children, in our today's video, we have studied about commercial farming, in which we have studied topics like extensive grain farming, plantation farming, market gardening and horticulture. I hope you have understood the lesson. Children, see the video properly, try to understand what is explained, and take care of yourself, your family, and study well. Thank you.